We're gonna be making homemade ribs. Welcome back to another video on Cooking with Kia, and let's get right into it. So the first thing you're gonna need is this. This will make the Worcestershire sauce. Yep. This will make it everything of the seasoning stick onto it. So I'm gonna apply that now. I've applied the Worcestershire sauce onto the ribs, and that's the only thing that's gonna be needed. This is just gonna be to start it, and you have to use this first or else it's not gonna work. So you have to use that, and then these are the seasonings. We have garlic salt, minced onions. We have rub for the steak, for the ribs. Then cayenne pepper and rosemary, and also some brown sugar. I'm just gonna do this order. We are going to be putting on the brown sugar next. I've put on the brown sugar, and next I'm gonna put on the garlic salt. Put on the garlic salt, and now we're gonna be putting on some minced onions. Now I like saving the rub for last. So now we're gonna be putting on some cayenne pepper, and make sure. Well, this is gonna obviously makes it spicy. So however spicy you want it is how much you should put on it. I'm not gonna put too much, but I'm gonna put a lot. I'm gonna put enough. I put on the cayenne pepper. So now we're going to be putting on some rosemary. And finally, we're going to put on the rub. You want to be very generous with this one. You put a lot on it because it's made for ribs, and you want to see cover. You're going to see in a second how much I put on. And there you go. As you can see, I put on a lot of rub. It's made for the ribs, so you want to put a lot on. So now what you want to do, you want to push all the seasonings in so it's like in the meat. Okay, so after you've rubbed in all of the seasoning and like put it into the meat, if you want, you can flip this over. Here, you can flip it over, and depending on how much meat you have on the bottom side, you can do the same thing on the bottom side. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, guys, so I have applied it. I've applied all the seasoning to the other side. So now I'm going to flip this over. You think I can do it? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to flip that over. Should look something like this. I have two ribs that I have to do. So I'm going to do that one, and then I'll show you the next step. All right, so I have finished both of the ribs. So now comes the good part, where you actually put it. So the way I'm cooking these ribs is I'm going to use a sous vide, and yeah, I'm going to be cooking them that way. I don't know how, you can grill it in an oven, I don't really care. But that's how I'm going to be cooking it. And if you want to use it in the sous vide, like I am, you want to bag both of them. So I'm going to show you that. Okay, guys, so now we are going to bag both of the ribs. So we have the bag, a Ziploc bag. So big Ziploc bag, and what you want to do, it's not really anything to it, just put it in the bag like that. Make sure it's in, just right there. And that's just as simple as that, like that. And then next one, and then don't zip it up all the way because you're gonna put it in the SUV. You're gonna put it in the sous vide. And so I'm just gonna leave a little bit of an opening here, and then do the same thing on the other one. Just put it in the bag. So, like that. And then here, same thing, just close it. And you want to make sure it's very tight on it, because when you put in the sous vide, it's going to sink down, and you do not want it to have any water in it, or else it's going to drown the meat. So I'm going to make sure it's very close. So far, I haven't had it done that yet, but I'm not trying to have it start now. So super close. Make sure on both of them, like that. Okay, so now we're going to be putting the rib into the sous vide. So leave a little opening in the edge right here, a little opening like that. And then we're gonna put it in. Make sure you keep the opening steady. Then you're just gonna put it in, and once you put it in, it's gonna squeeze all of the air out. And you want you want to put it like that, and then make sure that no air gets in. Keep pulling it down, and then once you think all the air is out, seal the little opening in the top. And make sure it's closed. So that should be good. Make sure there's no more air, and it should just sink down like that. Once the meat is in the sous vide, you're going to, this is gonna be set at, it's gonna be set to be at 146 for like one and a half days. So like I'm gonna take it out tomorrow night, and we're gonna have it. So it's gonna be at 1.5 days at 146 degrees. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in, I guess, 1.5 days. Okay guys, so it's been 1.5 days. It's tomorrow night, I guess. And now we're just going to take the ribs out. And after we do that, we apply the rub again, and then we're gonna put it out to cook. Okay guys, so we took out the ribs, I guess. And now what we're gonna do, put on the rub, put the rub on, and then after I put them on both of the ribs, I'm going to make the barbecue sauce with barbecue sauce and some hot sauce. Okay, so right now I'm putting the rub on the second rib. But I need to say, so we're gonna cook it on the grill. So we're gonna put it on a hot grill, 400 degrees, and cook it 10 minutes on both sides. And then I'm gonna put the rub on and then make the barbecue sauce. Okay, so I've put the rub on both of the meats, pressed in. It's not really, you can't really see on the camera, but it is red right now because the rub is on. So now we're gonna go to the next step on making the barbecue sauce. All right guys, so now we're gonna make the barbecue sauce. So just pour in the sauce. So you got, okay, well, this is all you gotta do. I'm gonna use all this because it's pretty empty, but just squeeze it all out of there. And then the other barbecue sauce, I'm gonna take it out over it this time because that was a little messy. Like that. And then that you don't really need to be stingy with the barbecue sauce or anything because it's going on both of the ribs. So that, and then I'm gonna put in the hot sauce. I mean, I'm doing all of it because I have enough, but you guys obviously just use as much as it looks like I'm using here. So you see, that's the mixture. And then I'm gonna get a fork or a spoon, I don't really know. I'm gonna use a fork and I'm just gonna mix it up now, like that. Okay, so I've made the barbecue hot sauce mix, and before we put it on the ribs, I'm gonna put it outside. I'm gonna put it on the grill outside, and I'll show you how I do that and like, you know, how it goes. So now what we're gonna do is put the meat on the grill like this, and then right here. And then, like I said, cook to 10 minutes on each side at 400 degrees. Okay, so now that we've cooked it on both sides, we're gonna put on the barbecue sauce. After you put the barbecue sauce on the ribs, then you cook it, you keep it in there and cook it for extra 5 to 10 minutes. This is what the finished product is gonna look like. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching another video on Cooking with Kia.